weak ass knees.
Championship potential.
I promise, bro.
Everyone's
Steph,
fully healthy
if
against
Steph
the-
never got hurt, bro, I'm promise we win the championship, bro. I swear we winning the championship. If Steph don't get hurt, I promise we winning the championship, bro. We would have blew fucking Minnesota out, bro. Like
in game one, how close do you feel like
dang,
you guys got to your ceiling?
God. I'm drove,
I think
bro.
we
I ain't
continue
gonna
to
fade.
improve.
Talking about continue to improve. Nah, we
So
finna make some
really
trades.
say, you know,
We
how
finna make
close
some
we got
trades.
to a ceiling is over.
Pazimski,
So,
you for sure out of here.
That's kind of
Shit.
really don't matter.
I don't even know why Steve Kerr ain't even take your ass out game 5. Like you was tripping. Throwing up all that throwing up bullshit.
Like I said, get them
Clank,
a
clank,
lot of
clank,
credit.
clank.
They were incredible. Drew
Building a damn house out there.
played great the entire series.
Yeah, he told, and then
that man's patience was beautiful.
Mr. Defensive Player of the Year. Nigga, Julius Randle was out there making your ass look like a cone. Hey, Julius Randle out there making Draymond look like a cone, man. Jimmy Butler too, shit. Out there babying their ass.
Really well. You know, so you got to give those guys a lot of credit.
I ain't giving nobody no credit. Y'all
Our
played
ceiling
weak.
It is what it is.
Y'all
No,
played
we were
weak.
Second round team, second round exit. So that's what it is.
How do you view the future? In next year, next couple of years, now that you got Jimmy in the fold?
I think we'll be right back at it. Sucks to end this way, but we think we got the pieces to make another run at it. And do
We
it
couldn't
again, and
get
that's
one game,
gonna be
bro. We couldn't win. And then we had game 4 in the bag, bro. They lost the lead. We had game 4. I'm like, man. We had game 3 too. Yeah. I can't believe we got rid of Clay. That hurt us right there.
That's it. Going into the summer, do all that got to do to improve. We got one of the best ownership groups and front offices in
Not
the
having
NBA.
Clay,
You know,
bro,
they'll
that hurt us.
do whatever
Because
they
like I
feel is
said, like I
needed
was
to
saying in the
help the
last
team
video,
improve.
bro, Jimmy Butler and Klay Thompson, bro, we could at least won 2 games without Steph. You know what I'm saying? But Podziemski, all the minutes he was playing, man,
Us as
he ain't
players,
doing
you
nothing
gotta
on defense.
Get back in the lab and do what
He
you got to
just
do to
out
get
there
better. But I
shooting
think,
bricks.
come next year, we'll be right back at it and give ourselves a chance again.
Draymond, your final game of the season and your 2 big scorers obviously were both 22 years old, Pods and Jonathan. How would you sort of characterize their growth this year, and what do they
They
need
gonna
to
have
do
to pay
next
Jonathan Kuminga, bro.
to be more of a factor next year?
I think
We gotta get. I'm telling you, we gotta get rid of
we're starting to
Podziemski.
grow in age.
Gotta get rid of
years
Moody.
Experience.
He ain't do shit like
The
I
one
knew he
thing-
wasn't gonna do.
You can always do, or the one focus that I would say,
Doing all that in the
your
regular season.
consistency. Doing it on a nightly basis, and I think you look at those guys and Moses as well, Guy Santos, QP, Pat. They all made tremendous strides throughout the course of your Trace.
Oh, excuse me.
And it'll be a big summer for all of them.
Let me hear what Jimmy got to say, man.
Obviously, JK's got the contract situation. Respect. and learning to play better.
Let me hear
I
what
think
Jimmy
that'll
got to
be
say.
one of my main focuses for sure.
Jimmy, to what degree did the
Jimmy-
fall game 2 in Houston affect how were you feeling the rest of the postseason?
Fine. Good enough to go out there and compete.
Jimmy disappointed me
We're
the
not gonna
most, bro.
use Anything as an excuse.
He disappointed me the most. I ain't gonna fake, bro.
And then how
Jimmy Butler supposed to go crazy, bro. Jimmy Butler supposed to at least go for 30. Fuck, he supposed to at least go for 40 both games, nigga. Oh my God, bro. We got beat by the Timberwolves, bro. They really not that good to me, bro. I'm telling you, if we had Steph, I'm telling you, we blew their ass
just
out.
contextualize how different
We'll
things
blew
were
their
throughout
ass
the
out the
course of the
wall.
series without having Steph out there?
Yeah. Obviously, it's very different whenever you don't have Steph on the floor.
Oh yeah, we see, nigga. Shit. You can't do shit out there.
Smaller.
Shit.
And I feel like everybody has to take on more, and everybody has to play a little bit of a different role. But that's just the game. Injuries happen.
Obviously, Jimmy.
But it is
Shit.
a lot different with Steph not out there.
How do you view just, I guess, your few months here?
Oh, and it's time to get rid of Steve Kerr too. We need a new coach. Shit, while we at it.
Yeah.
This franchise can look like.
Tired of
Great.
his ass.
A bunch of great guys that work incredibly hard, young talent that's going to be incredibly successful in this league.
Don't worry, we're gonna be back next year,
It's all
man.
about,
Don't worry.
Staying healthy. As
Fuck
it
around, get
always
Giannis
is,
on y'all
and, getting more and more comfortable playing with one
Yeah, I
another.
don't know what to do. We get Giannis, nigga.
When do you and Draymond and Steph get together and start talking about next year?
That's a good question. That is a very good question. Maybe on the plane. I don't know. For sure, sometime this summer. But when it happens, it will happen.
I feel like we gonna win it next year though. If Steph can stay healthy, if everybody can stay
Have
healthy.
you seen enough? I know you played, 8
Because I'm telling you, bro,
Yeah.
Have you
we would have smacked the Timberwolves, bro. We would have smacked the Timberwolves with Steph Curry. We would have beat them. Probably like in 6 games. And then we would have smacked OKC or Denver, whoever win. Whoever win that series, we would have smacked them. Well, I don't know, because Jokic would have been a problem. I ain't gonna say. Jokic's big ass would have been a problem. But then you go to the East, the Knicks and the Pacers. Man, come on, stop playing. Stop playing. Man, that's why I'm mad, bro. That would have been an easy ring for
healthy.
Steph.
This team is a
Easy, it
contender.
was too easy.
sure. I think
We would have smashed the Pacers or the Knicks in
the
the finals. Nigga,
But
what?
like I said,
Stop
injuries
playing.
is part of it. Nobody wants to be injured. It's all
Especially the
about playing
Pacers.
basketball, the best basketball at the right
BTA,
time.
belt to
being
ass.
healthy at the
Man,
right
I'm
time.
telling you, for
Unfortunately,
real.
That wasn't us, and we came up short.
Jimmy, the last couple of times you've been in the playoffs, you've had to maybe carry undermanned rosters further than maybe where we projected where you guys should.
Exactly. This ain't nothing new, you Jimmy.
Collection or group, or at least you, Steph, and Draymond at the top. Does that give you a little bit more optimism, maybe despite your age, despite how tough the Western Conference is? Like, do you walk away feeling a little bit different than you have your last few playoff rounds?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the worst one yet.
It is tough, but
Shit.
it's tough on both sides.
You talking
West
about
and
nigga? You
East.
supposed to go crazy.
And like I just said, if we're healthy, if all of this and if all of that, then it may be different. We don't know.
Nah, if all healthy, we putting belt to ass. Shit. If we all healthy, we putting belt to ass. Now we obviously see we ain't shit without Steph. We obviously seen that shit. So we gonna have to trade Podziemski. He gotta go. Moody, he gotta go. Who else? We're gonna keep OG Looney, even though he got his ass boomed on. Draymond, his ugly ass can stay one more year. I'm trying to see. Buddy Hield can stay. Who else? Gary Payton Jr. He can stay. Shit, that's pretty much it. Hey, ship everybody else out. Shit. Steve Kerr too. Shit.
But we're gonna take our chances
Hey, y'all
for
can
sure.
go.
Steph is out there.
What you talking about?
But we'll come back and figure this thing out, and next year do the same thing.
Jim, you guys were so close in Game 3. You had them with 6 minutes to go. You were
Exactly,
up.
bro. We was up.
At the end there.
man.
When
We
you look
was
at what
up
they were
in
able to do
Game
to you
3.
guys with your offense,
You supposed to
what
win that
made them so
bitch.
successful defending you guys?
Jimmy not
Some
attacking?
physicality, making us take tough shots.
No, that's the thing. Jimmy had almost 50 though.
But I don't think
That's
it's
the game he was hooping though. He supposed to do that game 4-5. He supposed to do that game 4 and 5. If he would have did that game 4 and 5, we would have won at least game 4 or 5. Like God damn, he didn't do it not one game. He did go crazy game 3 though.
62%. So
He did go
if we
crazy game
can't
3.
Stop guys from putting the ball into the basket. It's going to be hard either way. So I'm not going to say that our offense was the problem.
No, Jimmy. Our offense was the problem. We ain't finna sit up here and boo. Nah. You ain't finna gas like me. Hell nah. I seen it with my own 2 eyes. Our offense was the problem. It wasn't our defense. Shit, we were defending our ass off. Hey, you talking about? We either couldn't put the ball in the basket. Yeah, y'all ain't playing. Like I ain't never played offense before. Everybody's scared to shoot. And Jimmy, don't get man. I'm tired of this shit.
Guard at 3, make him miss a little bit more.
On the other side, then, you guys had a really strong defense last few months of the regular
It
season.
for sure was our offense. Shit, it ain't had nothing to do
What
with
did
our
they do
defense.
to sort of take that apart?
Move the ball incredibly well, get into the paint. I don't feel like we took too much away from them. We talked about what we wanted to do. We did it in some spurts, but not the entire game, which we needed to do. So they played well. You got to give them that.
Yeah, they did play
Jimmy,
well. I
feels like
can't
you
hate.
guys have been going
They did
100
play
miles an
well,
hour since you
but
got
man,
here.
we're supposed to beat their ass.
What's it going to be like to have a full season with this team and what do you think you guys can do more based on having a full season?
But I feel like we'll be all right next year, though.
I think it's going to be fun.
We make a couple good trades.
A lot of great basketball.
Get rid of
that we had and to
Podziemski.
be
Get rid of
played.
Moody. Like the people I said, get rid
I
of.
can't
Shit,
wait
we should be straight.
to get to that point because I don't want to be not playing basketball.
24-25.
A new destination for myself. Getting comfortable, working towards success.
All right, man. Let's see what Steve Kerr got to say, man. Let's see what
First
this.
of all, congrats
Okay,
to,
yeah. Let's see what
the
this
Wolves.
Peckerwood
They
got
were
to say.
fantastic.
Man, shut your ass up. You come in congratulating the Wolves.
Had a great series.
Oh, I know we got to get him out of
They
here.
were fantastic.
You come up here and already congratulating the Wolves, but we ain't trying to hear nothing about the Wolves.
You know,
We
had a
ain't trying to
great
hear nothing about
series,
them.
beating us 4 games straight after that first one.
Man,
Congrats
this nigga
to Chris Finch, Tim Connolly. They've done a great job here the last few years building this team, and back-to-back Western Conference Finals.
All right,
Damn impressive. So,
Steve. Okay, Steve, we get it.
It was a fight. Really proud of our guys.
It wasn't no goddamn fight.
They hung in there and they battled the whole way through.
Man.
And, quite a
Steve, we got our ass kicked, bro. We got gentlemen swept. It wasn't no fight. Wasn't no fight at all. Shit.
around in our season, from where
Yeah,
we
you
were a
talking
few
about-
months ago to
talking about fight.
giving
Nigga,
ourselves
they ain't
a
do shit.
chance and having a swing at the plate, for some,
Oh my God.
some
Curry,
some real
wow,
chances
man. Wow.
to go deep, and we were right there, and obviously,
Like, wow, bro.
didn't go our way. But again, the Wolves were great.
The
They deserved
Pacers
it,
and the
and,
Knicks.
I'm very proud of our team.
Anthony Edwards might win his first ring, bro.
Yeah, I mean,
And if Anthony
injured-
Edwards win this bit, he probably gonna have the most legendary playoff run ever, bro. Cause you gotta think he beat LeBron, Luka, Steph, Draymond, and Jimmy Butler. Nigga, that's gonna be the best playoff run in history. Real shit.
part of the playoffs
He
I
ain't
learned a
beat
long
nothing
time
but
ago.
legends.
The playoffs are really about health, and then
All
just
5 of them Hall of Famers,
guys
first
stepping
ballot.
up and making some big shots.
He
big
beat nothing but
plays,
first ballot
in
Hall
key
of Famers,
games.
bro.
That's what decides every
That-
series.
that's
And,
tough.
we've been on both ends of that, and that's
That's
just
tough.
part of it. So there's no sense in dwelling on it. And,
I'm tired of this nigga talking already.
I don't want to take anything away from what Minnesota just accomplished. So
Yeah, they beat our
no
ass,
sense in
Steve
even
Kerr.
talking about
They kicked
stats.
our ass.
How much carryover do you feel like there was from going 7 with Houston from the last series into this series, just the attrition that series required?
Well, we obviously came in here and won game 1, coming right off of game 7. So I don't think it was an issue. I thought game 3 was the key to the series. We're at 1-1 and we've got a 6-point lead in the mid-fourth, and they made huge plays down the stretch of that game, and that was the one we needed to get. And then I thought the
supposed
last
to win
2
game
games
3, bro.
they broke free offensively. I mean, they shot 63% tonight.
I would have
Couldn't
gave
stop
Steph
it.
some chance
We
to
actually
heal,
did
bro, and
everything
come
we wanted
back,
to
bro.
accomplish. We dominated the
I'm
possession
telling you,
game.
man.
We
You would have
got
been back
39
game
threes
6,
up,
bro.
but 12 more field goal attempts, 15 more free throws. We did everything we needed to do
No.
to win the game.
No, we didn't, Steve Kerr. Because if we did everything we need to do, we would have won the damn game. Shit.
But they shot 63%. So ultimately, you've got to be able to guard and get stops, and we weren't able to do that.
You guys were only down by 6 with about 2 minutes left in the second quarter. Then they go on that 9-0 run, kind of like what they did in the last game. I guess what happened there?
Yeah, they broke free. It felt like the transition stuff in the first half was really key. You know, I looked at the stat sheet at halftime. They only had 6 transition points. I think that was misleading. Those stats are a little nebulous sometimes too. It felt to me like they were getting out in transition and then getting into the paint, and then their passing was spectacular tonight. They had 20 assists in the first half.
Damn, 20
had us on a
assists?
string. We kept having to rotate because the ball would get free, and we'd had to bring help, and the ball started to move for them, and they played a beautiful first half, and that last 9-0 run was a big part of it.
That 9-0 run put the icing on the cake. Shit.
Look, Elsie is a role player. She cannot lead a team.
Our handles ain't that good. I'm literally look. You almost.
Two of your youngest guys have
Mark
the
Finney,
biggest
yeah.
scoring outputs tonight, obviously, Jonathan and Brandon. What did you see from them tonight and in the series? Brandon obviously had struggled.
I thought it was our best offensive game of the series, even though we didn't shoot well. The ball.
Man,
really
I don't give a
moved,
damn
great
if he
pace,
shot
great
well.
tempo.
I don't care if Brandon Podziemski shot well. It's time for him to go, nigga. He won the key reason why we lost. Shit. Give a damn if he shot well.
No, we didn't shoot well.
The
The ball
hell?
really moved. We had great pace, great tempo. I thought Brandon did a really good job of
Fuck about
you know,
Brandon
pushing the
Podziemski.
ball, getting it swung side to side. We were able to attack them on closeout.
No. See, that's the problem. We don't need that bit getting swung side to side. We need somebody putting that bit in the rim. Shit, we don't need nobody that's out there passing. Steph is not on the court. We need as many scorers on the court as possible. Shit.
Because the ball was moving, our spacing was much better. That was a big problem for us earlier in the series, just the lack of spacing.
Yeah, because
Obviously
Podziemski, and then he be doing
playing
all
some
this dumb
lineups,
shit, man.
that hadn't played
Podziemski
together.
do the most stupidest shit
A
on the
lot
court
of,
I didn't seen, bro.
Lineups that had,
That nigga do
guys
dumb
who are
shit.
used to being in the paint, and we were asking them to be on the perimeter. Tonight we did a
Don't
much
shoot
better
when he
job
wide
of
open.
getting
Like, what the
spaced,
hell?
and that
You
allowed
ready
us
to
to
make
move
it
the
make it
ball, and
different.
both JK and Brandon, had big scoring nights. I was really thrilled for Moses. It's been a tough postseason for him.
No,
but
no,
he showed
no.
exactly who he is.
Moses Moody got to go too. Shit. I ain't trying to hear none of that. None of that sentiment, none of that. Nah, they got to go. They ain't played good enough. Shit.
Moses, it's been a tough postseason for him, but he showed exactly who he is. As a player, as a person, just staying ready, coming in, having that big fourth quarter, that was meaningful, and I love our guys. Like I said, we this was a hell of a run for us.
Nah, I don't love 'em. I
Considering
don't
where
love
we
'em.
were
Shit.
at the trade deadline. Jimmy changed our
bro,
season.
bro.
Flipped everything for us, gave us a chance.
He did.
We
he
became
did.
one of the best teams.
That's a
in the
fact,
league.
though. That's a fact. We wouldn't be in the playoffs if it wasn't for Jimmy Butler. I can't say that. I can't say that. That is a fact. That is
And
a fact.
obviously, you get to
But
the final.
that
eight,
still don't mean
in
not
the
show up in
NBA.
game 4 or 5
We're one of
too.
the best teams, and we had
Shit. You
had
play
a
out
shot,
Jimmy.
but things didn't go our way. But like I said, Minnesota deserves the credit. They were the better team.
With that said, how do you feel about?
Yeah, 'cause
the
Steph
future?
got hurt.
I'm talking more just
Shit.
next season. With
Oh,
Jimmy
next
now
season,
here.
listen. Next season we winning that ring. Don't even worry, reporter. We finna ring. Listen, road to that
Yeah,
fifth
I'm
ring
excited. We
is
got,
still in
obviously,
motion. Shit, we gonna
Jimmy
get
and
that fifth
Dre
ring.
and Steph all coming back.
I bet we get it
young
before
players
LeBron.
Performed really well this year. There's a lot to
I
look
bet we
forward
get that fifth ring before
I'm not trying to
LeBron.
set you up with excuses, 'cause I know you don't want that, but was Butler pretty much 100%, or was he compromised physically?
Well, I think he was definitely compromised through all series. I think the injury in Houston definitely impacted him. He's been playing through pain, and
I ain't trying to hear
I
that
think
shit.
the biggest thing
I
in
ain't trying to hear no more. I ain't trying to hear no more what you talking about. Shit. Let's see. What is it? Knicks. The Knicks beat the. So it's gonna be the Knicks and the Pacers, and let me see if OKC playing tonight. OKC. Let me see. Page not found. The hell. Oh, they won. Ooh, they smacked their ass. 93 to 125. Shit, let me watch the highlights. Shit, let's get into it. Shit, let's get into
Not
it.
trying to say it.
Man, ain't trying to hit nothing Steve Kerr got to say.